Alrighty, so in this video we are going to accomplish two things. Both are demo related. The first thing we're going to do is what's called a model substitution. Basically, if you look at this video, this is from the death of Statesman. You can see the Statesman model being used to show the death of the character Statesman. However, what we're going to do is we are going to replace the character of Statesman with Positron. So that way it's Positron getting all kinds of nuked. Now, because both of these are NPC models, we don't have to do anything special. We just have to change the line of code referencing the Statesman model to a line of code referencing the Positron model. However, this particular demo has a problem. Now, you have to remember the setup for this was your player character, i.e. the player in the demo, and what the game uses as a reference point for rendering, had just come out of a mountain base, at the top of which this scene is happening. So what's actually happening is, from where our character is, or rather from where the item that's designated as the player is close enough to render Darian Wade, but not close enough to render Statesman. So we need to fix that. There are a couple options we can do. The first option is we can just take the player denominator and move it to Statesman. Enter. Alright. So now the player denominator is on Statesman. And you'll see if we run the demo, Statesman and all the effects that occur to him are present. The approach of putting the player denominator on a NPC like this is a workable option. Don't discount it. However, sometimes you need a more involved option, and an example of such a time is coming up shortly. God, I forgot how cliched the scene was. Now we have the whole scene where, he's remembering his granddaughter and his daughter and his wife, except we can't see it. How come? Well, there's a reason for this. The physical location in the map moved. However, the player denominator for the demo did not. So effectively the camera is still up there where Statesman is on top of the mountain, while we're somewhere else in the map in this black room. It's supposed to be showing us the characters, except the player denominator is not in there, therefore the game doesn't know to render them. Depending on what we need from the demo, that may not be a huge issue, but it is something to keep in mind. So, going into the demo, as I said, we're going to replace Statesman with Positron. Now, no, it's not as simple as just changing the name. I just prefer to change the name for simplicity and consistency's sake. So, now that we've got the model reference there, we need to change it. So if we go into Dropbox, then go under Documents, go under Programs, Resources, NPC Models. It's a Google Sheet. Go ahead and open that. Then search for Positron. Okay. Now, Positron has a couple models. Model Positron, that is actually the contact to start the Positron task force. We don't want to use that one because all the contacts have that glowing ring around their feet, like Miss Liberty and Atlas Park. So if we use that model, he's going to have the glowing ring around his feet. It's going to look very odd in... Actually, you know what? Let's just show ya. In there. Change the model. Alright, so now we are using model Positron. Oops. And run it again. And now we get to see Positron being all cliched and, you know, Silver Age hero-y on us. Yeah, so apparently in this reality, Positron has a daughter. He probably hooked up with Dr. Tavares. But you see how Positron has that glowing ring around his feet. That is actually part of the model. We cannot remove that from this model. But wait, we actually had Positron in several missions in the game, didn't we? And he didn't have that glowing ring, right? Well, that's correct. Because there's another model that specifically says no ring on it. So if we use this model, okay, save it, and then relaunch the video. Sorry, demo. See, he doesn't have a ring around his feet now. So what we just did in this case was once again referred to as a model replacement. There was a pre-existing demo that we had, someone gave us, whatever, that has the effect we want in it. All we had to do was change who the effect was being done to. However, there are many situations that simply will not have a pre-recorded demo that we can actually use for this. You know, unfortunately the game is no longer live. We can't go in, replay the missions, and find the demos we need. So sometimes we're going to have to make a new demo. The nice thing is that's actually pretty easy. So in your client demos folder, right click, hit new, text document, and we're just going to name this Hero Landing Demo.coh demo and delete the .txt. It's very important that you take out the .txt and add the .coh demo. Otherwise, City of Heroes will not work with it. And then hit yes. So, now I have an empty demo file. First thing we have to add is the version 2, the map denominator, and the time on it. I'm going to copy and paste this from the Death of Statesman demo because I just used that. And I'm going to change this to 12 noon and save that. So first thing, what we're going to do is we're going to make a demo of a character jumping off of the top of the Atlas statue, landing in front of Miss Liberty, and doing the hero jump.
You're gonna do superhero landing. Wait for it.
Yes, that hero jump. So, first thing we need to know is the map name for Atlas Park. Okay, so this map name is for the top of the temple, the ruined temple. Let me see if I have a demo with Atlas in it. I do not. Okay, that's fine. So once again, we're going to go to Dropbox, under Resources, Demo File Resources. Sorry, wrong one. Where are you? That's right, I put it under Programs Resources. And then we're going to look for a map listing. There we go, map listing. And then we're going to search for Atlas Park. Alright. Now you see the first one that came up here says it's an arena. We don't want that just because that's going to put us in the arena zone, which we don't want. We want the full Atlas. So we found the Atlas listing down here, Atlas Park. It is this maps, city zones, city 0101, city 0101.txt. So we're going to copy that and replace this with that. Sorry, apparently copying and pasting this from a Google Sheets page makes it a little fudgy. Okay, so we now have a demo set up with a map that is at time 12 o'clock. However, we need some more information. First thing, we need to find out where the top of the Atlas statue is, what the position of it is, what the orientation is to be facing forward. We need to know the position we're going to land in, and we need to have a position for the camera and the player entity to be facing. So, here is where we get to use Tequila, and more specifically Titan Icon. Be sure and check out the installing Tequila video to see how to get this set up. So we got that all set. Hit play. Now, because of the way the icon is set up, we have to create a character. Unfortunately, it doesn't save the character, so every time you log into Icon, you got to use it. So we'll just name it Camera. It's a science. We're playing City here. Freedom. Tank, tanker, bioarmor, dark melee, blah blah blah. Yes. Next. Here's one nice thing. You can load costumes. So if you have a costume that you particularly like, go ahead and use it. Okay, now since I'm going to be using this as a cameraman, I'm trying to avoid having any auras. Okay, so I made the tune, yada yada yada. I don't care about customizing the power. Next. No, I do not want to use a tutorial. I need to be a hero. Okay. This is going to put me in Atlas. Yay, I'm back in Atlas. Except I can't actually, play the game. All I can do is kind of walk around. Okay. So, since I can't actually, level up my tune and get fly or anything like that, I have to use a function. In this case, no clipping. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit F5, and that's going to say no clip enabled. What that will allow us to do is move without restriction of any properties of the game. Huh, all this time I never knew there was a badge up here. So, okay, so we are on top of the Atlas statue. Gonna turn clipping back on so I have a general idea of where... No, don't fall, no. Okay. So I can go about this far. Alright, so I am on the Atlas, on top of the Atlas statue now. I just turned on no clip, so I don't have to do this because we want to start the character here. So, the question is, where am I? Well, thankfully they've got a nice little function built in for that. If you hit F3, it'll bring up this box. It shows your position, X, Y, Z. Remember, the demo files have the position format X, Z, Y. So make sure you record the information accurately. So, hero jump start position. X is 133.60. Y is 267.14. Z is negative 230.02. Okay, and the pitch y'all roll is negative 68.3, 69, and 0. See, here is going to be one of the problems using Icon. The pitch y'all roll in Icon doesn't translate to radians directly. So we're going to have to kind of make our best guess. So, but anyway, this is where our hero is going to start their jump. And then we're going to land him right there. Okay, so we look at where the position has changed. Now he's at 129.69. 6.08. Now, see, now it's saying the pitch y'all roll is 0, 0, 0. Okay. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to experiment to get the right orientation. Because we're going to need the character actually landing like this. Or landing in this direction. Next, we need to know where our camera is going to be. Now, the nice thing is this is pretty simple. Because literally all we do, 1, 2, 3. Move them forward a few feet. Okay. So we have our positional data now. So we can start making our demo. Let's close out Atlas. We're all done with that, or Icon. We're all done with that for right now. So next we are going to pick out a character. I'm going to just open a large demo. Sure, Imperious Task Force mission I ran a number of years ago. Give this a few minutes to open, because it is a huge demo file. Almost 40 megs. We're going to go ahead and use this character. So since it is a player character, we need to copy everything from the last parts name line all the way up to the top here. So copy that, go back to this, and paste. Alright, so we have added it. Turn off word wrap, make this a little bit easier to see. And we're going to put him at the position 133.60. Remember, it's XZY. and then we need the camera position. Now, a nice little trick that I like to use whenever I do a custom demo like this, there is a NPC model called Puddle. It is an invisible entity. It has no physical dimensions whatsoever. It's essentially a placeholder. It is effectively invisible for in-game purposes. So we're going to make the player denominator Puddle. Once again, remembering it is XZY. Okay, and then we need to set the camera. Don't ever be afraid to look up an existing demo to remind yourself of syntax. Camera, yeah, there we go. Right, and this is going to be at the same location as our player character. Alrighty, so we're going to copy this to another file, otherwise it's going to screw up the demo. That way we've still got it referenced. Okay. Now, first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that everything is in the proper position to start. But we need time to do this in the demo. Right now, this entire demo is 1 millisecond long. Not enough time to actually do anything. So we're going to set in a 60-second or 60,000 millisecond delay by putting in the command move ready. So once again, 60 seconds after this demo starts, entity number 1 will execute the move command. Shrink that down. Alright, and let's see how this looks now. Well, that positioning didn't work out. So, however, we can see the statues here, and that is the front of Paragon. So let's detach the camera and take a look-see. Well, I gotta go up a fair amount of ways, and we are too far out. So where is our player character? Well, this is gonna be a problem because we can't see him. So the problem is our stuff is way off in dimension. Our notes for location. However, there's a nice little tool. It's in the programs folder of the Raging Bull Productions Dropbox called Cameraman. So go ahead and grab that and install it. Yes. Okay. Once it's installed, you should have this going. Top. Attach the camera and zoom on up so we find ground level, then move forward to where we want it to be. And then Alt-Tab to bring this up. Okay, hit copy camera.